He the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
This is that. 19. And what's that? 24. Switch. Time to go.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
I'm go.
Watch the run. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Let's go.
Now it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
First down, Bill.
Red. And Lobo. 55.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Sad Hunt. 60 Pittsburgh. And let's pin the mirrors back and go through a strip. 20 Alpha. 29.
To throw on second down. Herbert letting one go deep for the... And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Day, dog. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
From the 39, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Flush to his right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Watch the run. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Here I come. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, 55. And
A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys, because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
A big run by Kareem Hunt, 71 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Here we go. Exit. Oh, you got deep?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Got 24.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Get ready, get ready. Now let's go. Let's go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Caught left side, Hopkins. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, pick your ass, go!
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Ready. Hard.
Who that? Who that? Joker, 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 Joker.
Yep. Shit. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running for the shotgun with Drake. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Ready. 90. Wolf.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Go.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boy. Bring it
Take
up.
over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Here we go.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Blue Dan. 58 to Mike.
3rd and long, it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
That's it, baby. We got one. At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing on first down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and 6. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 41's the mic.
Looking to throw. Herbert. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
On the set. Mike 29. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 29 is the mic. Yep, Mike 29. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Herbert. Boy, stays up. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
29 is the mic. Mike 29. Strip, you're out. Strip that ball. He's checking, he's checking. Go!
Back to throw. Herbert. It's caught left side by John Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert, a quick hitter, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Out of the gun, Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hunt, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll set up the screen to Drake. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Tighten up. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, check, check 41.
Come on.
Lock it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Box track. Ready.
From the gun on third down. Herbert. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
29 is the mic. Mic 29.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
16 yards, a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jerry Hughes, his second sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Why 24? Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Topper, Topper. 59.
From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Orbit.
58.
59.
Here's Watson, throwing on 3rd and long, going up top, and that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. but correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. McKenzie now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This quarterback now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. His 1st down. Now Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
I'm coming for yourself. Go. Shoot.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check. Crunch. Alert flare.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
At the Bills' 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time.
Again, it's Miller. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go.
That's good for the Texans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Give me that. That's it.
Watson. Looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Texans.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, 77 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check 43. Let's go.
Here's Watson, option left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Reset. Ricky.
Hey, come on out here. Come,
31.
come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 58, boys. 58. 58.
Hey, alert.
It's going to be a long...
Alert.
It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson with a give to Miller. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Stop your whining. Check 52. Line him up.
Watson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
59. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Alert. Line him up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Here we go. Set the engine.
The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.